Welcome to Cut the Check podcast with Craft Farmer, where we bring you the best guests and the most entertainment.
We got some cool stuff we're working on with Grow Generation. Been a customer there. That's my go-to store. Always has everything that I want. And so excited to hopefully work with Grow Generation and do some stuff where I can go around to their stores in the country and meet other growers and just be able to have some face-to-faces and talk cultivation, talk tech, talk tips and tricks, things like that. So looking to hopefully that happens soon and we can roll out that. And then we're also looking for Grow Generation to help us being Brandon, Wolverine, and I, a good friend of mine. We're going to be doing a show together once a month and just talking cultivation and tech, and we'll have a specific subject to talk about every show, and then we're going to take some callers and do some stuff like that too. So that's exciting. So all that kind of stuff coming together. Shout out to Grow Generation for, making that, helping us out and making that possible, and just being a part of, the community and cultivation. And that's what it's about for me at this point, is I just want to, get out there and see everybody's face and talk in person. We've been through this whole COVID thing for so long, and masks and not seeing people smiling. And we're working on all that, working on just trying to get together and have a place where we can have a big event, and see each other and be face to face and fucking smoke strong. Me, Iron Lungs, Sun 707. Just want to thank them. So hopefully that happens. Shout out to my close friend Rex, Power SI. Dude's a beast. One of the coolest hippies I know. So Rex, we love you. Shout out to you. Thank you for the amazing product. Building stem cells, plant vigoration, rooting. Love you. Yeah, so kind of a wild time right now. Prices are continuously get lower for the majority. I went and helped a fellow Sonoma County facility this morning, and again, just being able to be face to face and see people and see what they do and see them smiling and take pride in their work and showing me their facility and sharing their space with me and taking time out of their day to have me come and be a part of that. And it was just cool to be able to go there and see them this morning and see what they're doing and just be face to face, what I was talking about earlier. So hopefully make a little money on that. Get those whip kits in that system, get all that stuff installed. So we got that. But another takeaway is man, they just have some beautiful flower they are growing, great nose. I mean, they're hunting all kinds of candy and gas. So they're staying on top of the market, keeping that going. And they're throwing out some low numbers on what they're selling their stuff for. And their work was beautiful. And it just made me it just makes you cringe, having the perfect run and having everything go right to get just a crushing run. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. It's having a lot of data. How did you have that amazing run with that cultivar, and how do you repeat that following the same thing? Well, you better have recorded a bunch of data, and you better have taken a lot of notes and written things down and made notice of any kind of little things you're doing, all the way, starting with irrigation to plant upbringing to training. I was describing it this morning, and there's two analogies I like to use. One, I'm building athletes, and two, I'm building soldiers. What do you want in an athlete and a soldier? You want routine, perfection, really everything's cut and dry, some of my best rooms, having 500 plants that just match each other perfectly. There's an entire process to making that happen and getting to where you are and making that happen. And where I was going with this is, if that does not happen, anytime something is missed or overlooked, or the incorrect parameter or imbalance or any stuff like that, every one of those mistakes diminishes your end result. With that being said, is like every time any little thing diminishes our end result in a market like this that is very, very strict, we're going to suffer from that. And with suffering comes stress, worry, doubt, a ton of self-sabotage. And, most of the time being a cultivator, sticking to yourself, being alone, being in your own head, your own thought process, it can make you very stressful, extremely depressed. And, it's hard to share that. It's embarrassing for a lot of us, to reach out and to have someone to talk to like that. So you have to get over that self-commiserating situation that you put yourself in by not allowing yourself to reach out, or to reach out to a fellow grower or a friend, or someone like that, and then just not giving up, like putting the time in, growing the flower that is going to be viable in this market. You can't self-doubt yourself. Anytime you're using any kind of energy for self-doubting yourself, self-doubting your situation, that's like a cancer, a darkness inside your mind that is taking over. And the more time spent thinking about that, even putting any energy into that thought process, that darkness just takes over quickly. There's just so much darkness, it's hard to come back from. So like you have to really fight in that moment. And when you get those thoughts and you start self-doubting yourself, judging yourself, and telling yourself you're not good enough, you got to get out of that headspace. You need to immediately change the perspective and take a deep breath and realize everything that you've done to get here and how you're here. Don't let the fucking darkness get you. It's gotten me before, it's gotten all of us. You have a shitty grow and it's fucking sad. You're relying on that, then you can't sell it, then you make no money, then you're farther in the hole. Like that's what's happening. I remember, I think it was like 2016 or 2017, similar, slightly different market. I mean, obviously then I don't remember, like it wasn't like purple and gas. There was no runts or anything back then. So it wasn't like that, but like I remember selling super fire for like $1,450, $1,500. Like that's where it was. That's where we were selling all of our great batches. And then if it didn't have nose or something else had happened, it wasn't a premium batch, like good luck selling it, So, but I think back then, like we were even growing purple punch, and it was like $14.50. Can't sell purple punch nowadays, if your life depended on it. Nobody wants that. So thinking about that, like this market could be even more intense. And, before we can just think, okay, it's going to get better. Like we're going to rebound from this. No problem. We've got this. We shouldn't be betting on the fact that the market can rebound. Like we shouldn't be betting for anything like that in the future. We need to focus on the right now and like here on the moment. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is how good it is. Like that's what I can expect. Anytime I've ever tried to like look into the future or make my decisions in the future, and shit's always come back and bit me in the ass. Like the 2 times I was like, no, I'm holding out for a better price. Nope. Wet fart. Didn't happen. Always go back to, damn it, I wish I would have fucking sold that dude in front of me, but that's the way it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. But what I'm saying is let's just be positive and, reach out to your homies, reach out to your fellow growers. If you're having a problem, I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, these dudes, like friends I've known forever, they don't want to put me on. They don't want to help me. No problem. Big Craft's got your back. I help out everybody. And sure, sometimes I'll send you a link to the Patreon or this, but like you have to understand, some of the questions you ask me and how do you do this? And I want to get into crop steering. And it's just a super loaded question. It's heavily loaded. Like, it's much easier for me to be like, look, I've got everything right here for you and so much more. Just sign up for it. You don't like it? Fucking cancel. But there's so much information there. So much. But other than that, I hit every last message. So just know that any way you feel, any way you think you feel, any way you're starting to feel, regardless of how bad it is, I've fucking have been there. I have been in your exact shoes with torrential failure, and I've always persevered. Even in the moments where I was like, there's no fucking way, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I've managed to push through the barriers, even like at first just telling yourself you can't, and then the fucking mind coming back and changing the narrative, and it's like, you know, you shifted your fucking thought process and you straight come out of the fucking mud, no matter how bad the situation is. As long as they don't fucking kill you, you come out of the mud. So regardless what happened to you, I've had fucking guaranteed, I'm sure that people have had worse situations than I have, but I've had some really fucked up ones, verge of death ones. So I'm just saying, wherever you are or wherever you think you are or how fucking bad it is, we can get out that mud. And my fucking DM is open. You're feeling a type of way, you just need to share something, I'm there. I'm there on your cultivation tech. I'm there on selling you the dopest irrigation in the game. I'm there on just helping out with anything I can. True story. Yesterday, I had my first official guest. You guys see me advertising for the fucking special guest VIP package at Craft Farmer HQ. Shout out to my boy Jason. Jason came through from Texas, flew out here, got a badass facility going up in Mississippi. Remember when you were in school, like, dude, that word, I was just so excited when I got to learn how to spell that. Mississippi. You don't remember? Do you remember that at all, Ian? Did you ever do anything like that? Yeah, that's the coolest word. Mississippi. Can't even tongue twister it. My first guest here, I try to roll out the VIP experience. We're smoking hard. Music's pounding. We got information going on the TV. Long story short, Mississippi's coming online. And my boy came to me and he's like, look, I want a dope ass facility. It's going to be ground up. We don't need permits out there in this county they're in. How crazy is that? You don't need permits. You still got to get plans and electrical plans, mechanical plans, all that stuff, because you need your builders to be able to build off something, but you don't need like a permit. You don't need permits. The fuck? Let's go. Bags packed. One way. Anyways, so we're looking at this plot of land. And I'm like, okay, so we need your facility to be 10,500 square feet. I drew out his whole fucking facility, bathrooms, offices, trim room, 2 harvesting room, cure rooms, 2 apartments upstairs for 2 live-in conditions. So we knocked that whole motherfucker out. I laid it out, drawed it out, showed him how many pounds he'd harvest every 7 days, perpetual fucking harvest. I'm a beast. I'm a fucking beast at this shit. Knocked all that out. And then I'm like, where are we at with land clearing? Where are we at with power? Where are we at with all these things? And he's like, you know, like, okay, I'll get on that. I'm like, no, bro, that ain't how it is. Boom. First thing I did, I called the power company, told him we needed 1,000 amps, 480 volt, open him an account, sending to the engineers. He has an appointment Monday. Power company's coming out, putting in 1,000 amps for him. Next thing I call, boom, called land clearing. I'm like, yo, you guys, I need you to come out to this address. I need 1 acre of these trees cleared. I need everything ground down. We're doing a 10,500 square foot metal building. I want 25 feet parameter all around it, gravel, whole night, boom. They're like, I'll be there, no problem. And then I called the metal building company, looking all this shit up in Mississippi, Jackson County, where this is going to be. I'm a fucking beast. I'm so motivated to help you guys fucking win. Called the building company, gave them the size, told them where I wanted the doors, the roll-up doors, the windows. It's 175 feet long, 60 feet wide. Boom, he got the estimate today. When we wrapped up that 3-hour meeting in-house, he left with commercial power and an account number, estimate for the building, the plans. Oh, I also called and got him set up with an architect, sent over the drawings that I did in-house to that architect for the architect to start drawing, knocked that out. He left with all this shit. What we crushed in 3 hours, I bet you most firms charge you at least a day. Am I some kind of specialist? Fuck no, not at all. But I've been growing for 20 years. I understand process and flow, and I know how many plants are needed to go into flower from veg, and I build everything fucking accordingly with an SOP that works, where you grow good flower, fire flower, flavorful flower. And you can add anything you want to that. Guarantee you, I will save you money if you let me help you in the long run. Guarantee you. I'm like a messiah or something, where like, yeah, you think you're paying up front, but like the benefit I add to the project more than pays for itself. Priceless. Someday I won't be doing it anymore. I just have like a feeling like big shit is happening. You guys see me heading to Michigan a lot, and you know I don't like to travel. So I'm trying to make some legendary stuff happen in Michigan. I can't wait to share it with everybody and just be a part of it. I'm going to be going out there and doing pop-up events and dispensary stuff and flower and smoking and just culture. It's a vibe. I can't wait to do that with you guys. So hopefully that works out. And right now I'm just in a really good fucking place. Like, my growing has never gone better. And I'm going to tell you something. A huge part of that is because of Athena, my close friend. My brother Dylan had a fucking heart-to-heart with me, asked me what I was fucking doing. So here's the situation. You guys saw me pushing front row hard. Love front row. Love Zach and Matt and Patrick and all those guys. I love the whole team over there. But at the end of the day, if you have issues and you can't rely on your system, it's a fucking massive headache. And I just had a lot of issues. And it could be because of my own situation. You know, water tables and the way water tables react to nutrients and different kind of nutrients, or just different situations like that. You know, that can happen. You know, we see it sometimes where one person is using nutrients and the other person isn't. Why is one person having problems and one person isn't? It's sometimes there's hard to explain phenomena, but they worked with me and they tried to help me out, and we tried to figure it out together, and we just couldn't. So I have, you know, multiple locations. Let's say we're talking 4 to 6 locations. Half of them were on dosers. Half of them were on batch mixing tanks. So we're mixing in a reservoir, and I was just having fallout and getting clogged drippers constantly and clogged filters, and tried to work through that and figure it out with them. Worked with Matt. Matt's one of the original founders of Front Row and who came up with the formula. And at first, you know, we thought it was the Power SI and too high of a SI, and so we took that out, and I continue to have problems. And all these locations are 5 of the locations are RO water. The 6th one is just well water, and it's just constant clogging, constant slow drippers. And the only thing that I can account it to is them all being on well water. Nonetheless, it's been very, very stressful for me personally the last month and a half, 2 months, the whole team. It's been very stressful for the whole team because everybody's doing their part and everybody's spending so much time a day pulling drippers and pulling slow drippers and drippers that have clogged and all this stuff. And day 20, we just had gone through 1,000 drippers already at that point. And so, we just made the switch right then. I just stopped using Front Row. Nothing else changed. Went to Athena, to the Athena Pro line, and pulled the poly out, replaced the poly, the drippers. The filters had, I cleaned the filters to the best that I could, but it still had kind of this, calcified stuff on the screen. And I just switched right then. I was at 3.1 EC. I went right to the Athena Pro line, 3.0 EC. I went down to Grow Generation. That's my spot, Grow Gen, out in Katati. Bought what I needed. Bought my balance, my cleanse, my core, and my bloom. They got great pricing. Loaded up my truck, left Grow Generation, headed back to the spot, and switched right then and there. Went right to basically Dankum Hunter's recipe. Shout out to Max. Hit that at 3.0. Dude, I felt just the fucking biggest weight lifted off my shoulders. Like it was just like this instant feeling. I don't know how to describe it. And I don't know why like it happened right then, especially when I hadn't even used it yet. I just switched it over. But the next day I called Chronic Chris. I'm like, yo, I need you to go to the spot, check it out. Dude, Chris goes over there and he's like, bro. And I'm like, what? And he's like, the fucking filters, everything's gone in the system. Like the filters are so clean and so beautiful. Like in just 24 hours, that system wiped any remnants up. I thought I was going to have to replace these filters, throw them away, get new ones. That system cleaned the entire filters up. And oh my God, just no fallout, no sediment, no fucking issues. And like then every other place came online. And like no more slow drippers, no more clogged drippers, no more clogged fucking filters, no more all the shit that I was having at fucking every spot, every problem that was causing me to rip my fucking hair out ended. That's nuts. Shout out to fucking Athena. Shout out to fucking Mitten Master for like just stopping me, slapping me across the fucking face and being like, let's go, bro. You got big shit going on. Stop wasting your fucking time. The time is now. This is the direction we're going. After running that for 35, 45 days, you got to remember, I started day 20, just switched them. Growing the same strains that I've been growing. Results? Yeah, fucking swell. Dude, I think I'm about to take down like one of my biggest yields under the Think Row, and I'll share those numbers with you guys, and I'll throw some pictures up on the story. But dude, lemon candy gelato, I didn't create that. It's not a rename. That's a bag seed out of a lemon cherry gelato. I bought a Backpack Boys 8th of lemon cherry gelato from Canatique. So Canatique grew it. Went into the Backpack Boys bag, bought it, found a beautiful, fat, tiger striped seed of that, popped that. That is like straight lemon gas, which is weird because LCG should just be a pheno of runts. Thus, I get the gas, but like there's no lemon in the runts to me. So like for me to get this bag seed that's lemon gas, like real lemon gas, purple, trichomed out, fucking dude, let's go. This thing throws down. So the lemon candy gelato is in Craft Farmer bags down at the Jungle Boys dispensary, LA Farmers. So if you're in the LA area, please support your boy. You see how hard I work, how hard I grind, grow my own flower, trim my own flower, bag it, fucking sell it to my boy Ivan. Shout out to Ivan from the Jungle Boys, the realest fucking G in this game. I'm not going to go into this right now, but he's the fucking GOAT. The dude is the GOAT. Burner's not the GOAT. Burner's a rapper who licenses cookies to people and now owns shit. And I got mad respect for him. I love his shit. But Jungle Boys is the fucking GOAT of this shit. Real growers, dispensaries, mad fucking flavors, breeding in-house, trendsetter, started one of the fucking baddest lighting companies, started the best fucking nutrient company. Fucking crazy. GOAT. I'll get off the subject. We'll talk about it another time. Long story short, my shit is fucking huge. My shit is huge. The pineapple dolomite bred by Uncle Dad Vibes is going crazy. So fucking dripped out in trichomes and grease that you can't see the purple on the flower. Like you can just tell my excitement talking about this. It's fucking nuts. Dude, and I put up impressive numbers. THC, terpenes. I was really impressed. Everybody's talking about, oh, you know, there's no terps with Athena. I'm probably guilty of saying it too. But then I realized like that weed I was smoking was flushed with like 10 milliliters of cleanse. I know Athena has their specific system that they like. They got their charts. They've got their facility advisors. They've got a very calculated way where they can tell you, do this, get these results, have this happen. You know, I'm an independent motherfucker. You guys know me. Independent. I want to stand on my block. I can do my own shit. I can play with my own ratios. I can find successful terpy mixes that I feel like do better than possibly what a feeding chart does or what a company recommendation, and I can share those results with my customers. You know, I'm not a paid facility advisor. I'm not paid by Athena. I have an organic relationship with Athena. I wanted to sell their fucking nutrients because of how it saved my life. Like, I was getting to the point where, like, just problems in the garden and problem with drip, and it's just every fucking day you're replacing drippers and there's frustration and your team's frustrated and you're the guy that makes all the decisions and they're like, what are we waiting on? Like, just because, you know, you have something going on, like the rest of us have to be affected by it. So I felt an obligation to fix it, and I'm so glad that I did. That's all I have to say. So glad that I did. What can you say? I fly their fucking colors. Their shit speaks volumes. I have 100 Lux lights. Those things crush it. So Athena's dope. Dope as fuck. CF approved. Craft Farmer approved. Please, if you fuck with Athena, you fuck with Craft Farmer, let me supply those nutrients for you. Let me help with my winning fucking recipes. Let me help problem solve your situation or issues that might come up. And all that I ask for in return, be a customer. Go to craftfarmer.com, buy your Athena stuff, hit me up for a coupon code. If you have a commercial facility, let me be your rep. Dude, it doesn't get better than to be able to call Craft Farmer, talk with someone in the trenches, under lights, feeding Athena every fucking day, and not be like, yo, I need this order. This is what I'm seeing. What do you think about? Like, I'm the fucking man. I'm the fucking grow gorilla. Buy from craftfarmer.com. Support me. I'm in the fucking trenches. Bro, we need to work together. We need to grind together. We need to do anything we can to help one another survive and make it as straight clansmen. Shit's getting rough out there. The winters are getting colder. The blizzards are hitting. We're all fucking tribes and we need to survive. Let me help you survive. You help me survive, and we all fucking win. Because I've taken so many fucking L's in my life that, like, all I'm doing from here forward is winning. I'm only winning moving forward. No more losses ever again. Not taking any fucking L's. We move forward. We move laterally, and we move forward. We don't fucking move backwards ever again. Never. Cutting checks, cutting necks, game time. Put Craft Farmer in your team, whether it's a consultation or you need help drawing shit up or planning or crushing it. I'm here. I'm getting work done. I work hard. I work fast, and I make sure you win. Cut the check with Craft Farmer. Thank you, Athena. Thank you, fucking Dylan, Mitten Master, my boy. We're going to do some cool shit together, bro. Much love, you guys. Thank you.